So the next truck will go to the 47th mechanized, separate mechanized brigade, and we have Colsa in Canada with us. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.
Could you give us a bit of background on yourself and also on the unit you're serving for?
Well, I was born in Ukraine, but when I was a teenager, my parents immigrated to Canada. So when the full-scale invasion started, both my dad and I decided to come over here and join the effort. And so yeah, I've been here since 2022. And I was part of the 2nd Battalion of the 47th Brigade ever since, and yeah, working my way up. I was a commander of the signals platoon, and now I'm a commander of a newly established electronic warfare platoon in our brigade.
At the beginning of the war, obviously, Russia had a lot of electronic warfare capabilities, and those maybe don't work as well anymore and so on. Do you think, how's the situation now with Ukraine and Russia? Who has the edge on?
Russians are better now.
They're better?
Yeah, unfortunately, they are better. But still, like we see where the weaknesses are, and so we try to exploit it. And at the same time, we try to adjust as much as we can to the situation on the field. But yeah, optics really changed everything. The fiber optic drones. Basically, electronic warfare became irrelevant at a certain point, but then you realize that they only have the limited amount of optics. So what they usually try to do is to destroy electronic warfare equipment first with the optics, and then they start hitting. So if you play it right, you can kind of
still get the FPVs that come after.
Yeah, you just basically decoys almost. So they think they destroyed it, and then you have something under your sleeve, so to speak, and then it all works. And then they also they keep trying. Of course, they have a lot of it, but still limited amount. So you just have to be persistent and just patient. Wait for them to exhaust their resources in optics, and then you just can start doing your job.
Is most of the work you're doing then against FPV drones? Do you also work against ground drones or against longer range stuff or recon drones?
At this point, particularly in my particular unit, because it's very fresh. It started only in December, so it's very fresh. At this point, we focused mostly on FPV drones, the flying drones. But I think as soon as we actually experience any sort of problems from the ground drones, we will take care of them. I think it's the same idea. Everything is actually even probably easier. Yeah. I don't know, of course. Maybe when we meet them, we will see. But at this point, it looks from theory that I think it might be just easier. Yeah. And with a truck like this one that you're getting, do you know what this one is going to go for in your unit? That's going to be our main working horse, honestly, because it was my personal car before, but it was hit by FPVs a little bit, so now it's in repair. It survived, but at this point we want to make something more serious about it. We want to put some nets around it. We want to try to see how it works on the pickups, because that might help. Just psychologically, it's easier when there is a little bit of a netting, and like if it flows even 20 centimeters further away, it's a little bit easier.
It's always
we have to test it, because nowadays we use a lot of even what do you call it, quadro cycle or whatever.
The quads.
So that's very unprotected type of vehicle, honestly, and when you get hit by an FPV, that's a very nasty type of injuries. Yeah, so even in pickup you can survive. FPV on quadra, you survive, but it's bad. It's really bad.
And I guess often
so we might want to try to have some sort of capsule made of, not capsule, but this netting, just to prevent it a little bit.
Soft netting around 20 centimeters from
So we got to try it on this car first. That's going to be our experiment, and then if it works, we'll start doing it on everything we have.
Many trucks.
Because we do have it on our heavy equipment. But most of the work is done by pickup trucks. So realistically, these are the places we have to work with them mostly. So that's a car that will be going to positions and changing all the rotations and all the equipment. We have some equipment installed in the field. It works remotely. But you still have to attend it periodically, and sometimes you have to maintain it. So that's the car that will be going there, dropping people, unloading, and then it goes back, and then when we're done, it picks up, and then that's it.
So a useful car.
Very, very, very needed, much needed. Because amazing, and it's beautiful. I love it. I like the back part, the trunk, the way it opens on the sides. Absolutely amazing. That's what we need sometimes, because from the side it's easier to pick up stuff, and it's needed.
It's great to hear. And this one was fundraised by Broe, the YouTuber, and because of that we have a patch for you.
All right, thank you.
That is from him.
Thank you.
And,
thanks, Jake.
As a memory, and thanks for all the work.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much to you and all your subscribers for helping us acquire this vehicle that we will be using in order to perform our duties on the front lines every day. Thank you very much. Slava Ukraini!
Hello, my name is Mikko Raumala. I'm from Finland, and this is my first convoy, the convoy number 41. This convoy was my first, and I was not quite prepared for the length of the convoy, so there was a lot of driving involved, and I was pretty tired towards the end of it, but with the help of my brother-in-law, we made it through. So this is the fourth year of the war already, and the Europeans and Americans have not done enough, and it's really up to the individuals like you and me to step in, to fill the hole and do our best to help the Ukraine. Ukraine is fighting for us. When I arrived to Ukraine, I met my fellow convoy members for the first time, and we had a wonderful evening, lots of laughters, and then a nice Ukrainian dinner, and I'm really amazed about the food here in Ukraine.
Finnish or Ukrainian, Dutch or Estonian, it doesn't matter what language you speak or what country you're from if helping Ukraine is what unites us. We definitely speak a common language of solidarity if you're the one who does donations to NAFO. Joni, how do you say thank you in Finnish?
We say kiitos.
To everyone from second lieutenant to general, kiitos.
Could you give us a bit of background on who you are and what unit you serve for?
Our unit has been on the Siversky direction since the beginning of the war in 2022. We serve without rotation, as our unit has been holding this section of the front line very steadily. The battalion is made up of people who have been through everything, starting with the infantry. For example, I served in the infantry for 2 years. These are mostly assault riflemen, experienced infantry. You may have seen a video where a soldier's assault rifle jammed and he has hitting the occupier with the butt of the rifle during the assault. This video has spread on the internet. This is exactly the guy, and I am proud of him. He signed a contract at the age of 18. Now he is not yet 22, but he has already proved himself. I don't know what I would have done in that situation, but to defeat the enemy hand-to-hand is, let's say, a great thing. We're fighting for our freedom, for our lands. Unfortunately, today it was supposed to be our brother-in-arms sitting in my place. He would have been 24 years old. It's been his 4th year. He devoted himself to the war for the country's freedom. And it so happened that we were working in the area where his house was located. Every time we worked, he said that he would make his way home. But the day before, he died. So we're going both to the funeral and to get the car.
Now, what is the biggest thing that you're missing right now at the front? What is the thing that you would really want to get more in terms of equipment or like drones or trucks or whatever?
The first priority is drones, because there are more than enough targets. But let's be honest, everyone should realize that a significant number of drones do not overcome the electronic barrier. After all, not only we are evolving, becoming better and more powerful, but the enemy is also evolving. And of course, we need cars, as we have lost 3 vehicles in the last week. Unfortunately, we are counting the loss of vehicles, but we have almost stopped reacting so sharply to the deaths of people. As it turns out, it is now easier to replace a person than a car.
Do you think that it's important for drone units, for troops fighting in drone units, to have experience from being infantry and from having done something else before doing drones?
It's very simple. You know how fierce and difficult it is for the guys in the assault forces. And you are the first one who will protect them and prevent their enemies from reaching them, so that they do not engage in this close combat. Because if they get into such a fight, the chance that they will die is extremely high, about 90%. After all, when the enemy reaches the position, he will be on top, and the guys will be below, and then, most likely, the enemy will win this battle. That is why, having experienced this firsthand, we're doing our best to ensure that neither enemy vehicles, nor motorcycles, nor buggies get to the guys on the front lines, and that no invaders get there.
This car was from a campaign called American Scare, and because of that we have these patches that have come from the campaign, and we would like to give them to you and thank you for the work you're doing. You're protecting Europe. You're the ones who are protecting Europe and who are doing the hard work, and because of that, we have 2 of these.
Thank you all. I would also like to thank NAFO, all your subscribers and everyone who support us. This is not our first vehicle from NAFO, although it is the first for our unit. 2 years ago we received the exact same vehicle.
So, look, nice license. You have your first Lego. Let's put it with your Princess Castle. Wow, look at that. Wow. And the bits, look. Wow. Princess, awesome card. There you go. And for the boys in the videos, they have James Bond car. Wow. Yeah.
Ще раз скажи.
It's a pleasure. No problem. Enjoy. You can make with your dad and your mum.
That Hilux was used to take people out of the Kherson region, and we went through Avdiivka, Pervomayske, Vodiane, and many local settlements with it. But unfortunately, it is no longer there. And thank you for sending the equipment in good condition and complete. We don't need to think that we need to go to a service station and check its serviceability. We are very grateful to you. We're grateful to the caring Americans who joined the fundraising and raised money for this wonderful vehicle that will serve us faithfully. Please know that we are bringing the victory closer every day, and sooner or later we will definitely win.
Slava Ukraini!
I joined the army in 2021 at the age of 20. I was involved in public activities and realized that I could not fully contribute to the state's development without addressing the country's most pressing problem. That is why I wanted to do military service and gain this experience so that I could work more effectively for the benefit of the state in the future. I have been serving for 4 years now and I like what I do. I plan to stay in the army. I am happy because in my younger years I have had the opportunity to do meaningful things and defend Ukraine.
During your stay in the army, you had several injuries, and in the end, you were a participant of Invictus Games in Canada. Can you tell us how was that? And actually, what is Invictus Games?
Last year, I was selected for the Invictus Games national team, and I was able to join. We trained hard and prepared for a long time, but the Invictus Games are primarily about rehabilitation, not competition. For me, participating in the games was an important stage of recovery. The training took place in between combat missions and service.
Між бойовими діями і службою у війську.
Did you feel a big support from Ukrainians in Canada, or maybe some relatives and friends were cheering for you from Ukraine during the games?
Як тільки ми прилетіли в Канаду і вийшли з
As soon as we arrived in Canada and left the airport, we were warmly greeted by representatives of the Ukrainian diaspora.
на нашій формі,
Seeing the Ukrainian flags on our uniforms, people often stopped us and asked if we were from Ukraine.
українською казали «Слава Україні» і
They tried to greet us in Ukrainian, saying "Glory to Ukraine," and then switching to English.
іноземні команди теж
Representatives of other foreign teams also came up to us, asking how we managed to live in a war and confront such a powerful enemy.
і утримувати цього великого ворога.
Can we talk a little bit about adaptive sports for injured military and veterans? Why is it important to have different sports adapted to needs of military and veterans?
І зараз в Україні
Today in Ukraine, our team members have founded the first organization that conducts training in team adaptive sports, including wheelchair rugby. When we sit down in sports chairs, it doesn't matter if a person can walk. Everyone is equal in the game. In fact, this is the essence of adaptive sports, equality of opportunity regardless of physical condition. What is the idea behind Invictus? The idea is that no matter what kind of injury you have, you can play the same sports, just in an adapted way.
Mutnik, thank you so much for telling us about Invictus Games, about your participation, about why this is important to do rehabilitation through sports for the military. I hope you don't get injured anymore, but also take part in Invictus Games and represent Ukraine for international community. I also want to give you dispatches from the Broe campaign, who were raising money for this car, and I hope it serves you well during all your past in the military. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Я дякую тобі і твоїм підписникам.
I thank you, Jake, and your followers for raising funds for this vehicle. This vehicle will help our aerial reconnaissance men.
Нашим аеророзвідникам.
Yevheniia, how do you say thank you in Ukrainian?
It's simple. Дякую.
Дякую. Dyakuyu. Thank you to all the recurring donators from sergeant to lieutenant who have been supporting Ukraine through their monthly donations.
Could you tell us, guys, what were you doing before 24th of February?
Before joining the Armed Forces of Ukraine on the very beginning of full-scale invasion, I was a professional manager. I'm a businessman, have my own consulting company, and we provided our local Ukrainian producers of different products, agrarian products firstly, how to export their products abroad. So we helped them to find partners in other states, in the European Union, for example, and to export their products abroad. We worked with such products like honey, for example, exported it to Romania, to Germany, and to different other countries.
Mm-hmm. And you, Ferret?
Nothing so impressive. 3 years above university, I joined the Global Logic here in Kyiv, Harmonic project. Yes, so C++ programming mainly focused on network programming, like for internet providers.
Of course, it's hard to compare and it's almost impossible, but if you were to compare your life before full-scale invasion, like your work, and now, would you say what is more difficult for you? What is, I don't know, more challenging?
I can compare in two two ways. Like let's say, firstly, I use my previous experience commanding the battalion or commanding the platoon or the squad. So it doesn't matter. So I had quite a big experience of managing different teams. And this experience helped me to organize my work here in my battalion and my unit. Second thing that I would like to stress is that this work that I have at the moment is much more difficult and much more responsible, because we are responsible for the lives of our troops, and our decisions, my decision and Heroic's decisions, they influence the effectiveness of fulfilling our task. And we should think twice before we take a decision. So this is very responsible work.
Manager Heroic, maybe you have any other message that you would like to deliver to the audience that are going to watch us from Europe, United States, Australia, any other countries?
My message is that keep supporting us. We really depend on this, and the constant support really matters. We are fighting for our homeland. We are fighting for Europe. Mainly because Russia says loudly that Ukraine will not be the last one. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are very grateful for the support of all organizations, all volunteers, all countries that support Ukraine. I would like to express this gratitude and say that we hope that we will continue this cooperation with our international partners, because it's really important. War is not stopping at the moment. Our enemy trying to occupy more and more territories of our state, and we should stand together with Ukraine. Stand with Ukraine, and glory to Ukraine. We also ask you to give this patch to Mr. Broe. We saw his interviews, saw his streams. His support is very powerful, and we are really very grateful for this support. Thank you very much. Please give this patch to him.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's a great responsibility I have with this. Thank you. Guys, meet Coder. He's having this next car for himself and his comrades. Coder has its call sign because he was a website developer before joining the army. Could you please tell us why, how this happened that you changed your life?
That's a constant question in my head. Why? No, it's been a time when you had to decide. I think I've been from the start of the full-scale invasion. I've been in a volunteering community, and it's been at some point you understand that you have to either move forward or I don't know what. And I just had to do it. I think it's been time for that. I've entered as an air drone operator, and now we're expanding. We're opening the ground vehicles unmanned, and I'll also be there as an operator, but there are more opportunities. You can say what you need. You can request people how many you need, which ones you need, and that's quite, I don't know, a plus in that. So that's a serious pro.
So your job in the military is technically connected to what you were doing in civil life, correct?
Well, yeah, and in army you're doing everything. So I've had my opportunity to do the website of our Omega unit and to help with social networks. It's always something you do except of you're doing by your job, by your...
Your unit has something that not lots of units have. It's like land drones, am I correct?
Yeah, we're now launching it. Not many of units have it, but we're having it, yeah.
Why do you need land drones? What is their purpose?
There's a lot actually, because they can be like logistics. They can be like mining. Not all unmanned aerial vehicles can do the same thing. So if air units can just drop the bombs or I don't know, or be like eyes for the every unit. This can carry out the injured. They can drop the I don't know, any stuff there, not to save lives of our people, not to carry by man, but with these ground vehicles, and it's really saving a lot of people, because we don't really worry about the techniques, because it's just techniques. We can buy new, we can make new.
What is one thing that you like the most about your unit?
People. It's kind of I don't know, we're having a lot of different people from different areas. It's military, it's civilian, it's digital, it's I don't know, there are a lot of different guys, and they're communicating, working as a team, and it's great to have them.
Thank you so much for sharing this with us. I hope this car serves you well and lives as long as possible and protects the life of you and your nice people that surround you in your unit. I want to also give you this badge. Thank you so much for doing this, for protecting us and saving our lives. And
thank you so much. Thank you. Hi Jake, I'd like to thank you and all of your subscribers for your donations for this beautiful car that will go right away to the front line and help us get our victory faster. Thank you very much, everyone.
Private and Corporal, our sincere thanks go to you.
So if you're still not with us, it's time to choose your rank and join the 69th Sniffing Brigade. We welcome all, from privates to generals. We are stronger together. Guys, I want you to meet Chechen and Viking. They are from 415th Brigade, specialized on drones, and they have some important message to tell us. The drones are becoming the main weapon in this modern war, and some brigades have like big problems and challenges with drones in their direction now. Could you tell us more about what is the problem with drones? Why is it becoming so difficult to work now?
There is a big problem with the drones now. We are on a new direction where the enemy has a very high density of electronic warfare equipment. Therefore, it is difficult for drones to fly into the rear, detect and destroy the enemy. Because of this, many drones do not reach the target to observe, reconnoiter or target.
Your unit also had faced one other really big issue that is sometimes happening in Ukraine, especially in the areas that are closer to the front line. One of your cars was set on fire in Kharkiv. Is that correct?
Yes, it's true. An enemy subversive group came in and burned our car, so we need more vehicles.
Is there any way to fight these sabotage groups? How do you see what we can do so in future this kind of things don't happen?
We need to work with the population, explain what work we do, why we do it, so that people understand that it is not just for fun, and that we need the vehicle and equipment we work with, because it is very important for our common life, both ours and theirs.
Is there something else that I didn't ask you but you would like to tell us or to tell our international audience?
I would like to express my gratitude to organizations like yours that help the Ukrainian army to get closer to the victory, so to speak. We need cars now, but the emphasis is on armor. The enemy is working very closely on such vehicles, preventing them from being used. Thank you.
My turn, I want to thank you because no matter what we do, anyways, you are the people who are protecting us, who are protecting our freedom, our lives. Especially as a Ukrainian, as a civil Ukrainian, I feel so grateful for still being able to stand here and do this interview. So thank you so much. I want to give you these patches from the campaign that we're raising money for these cars, and I hope they serve you well and protect your lives.
Дякую. Хочу висловлювати свою
I would like to express my and my comrades' great gratitude to all our monthly subscribers for their help in raising funds for this vehicle.
So Joni, how was Ukrainian language practice today?
It was quite good, thanks, but I think I need a bit more.
Well, we can do it next convoy. At least Ukrainian military got 29 more trucks to defend our country and protect the lives of our military. Stand with Ukraine. Thank you for watching and see you later.
Nakamin.
Побачимось.